Hello everyone, my name is Salim and welcome to the Markets Breakdown Analysis for Friday, the 24th of November 2023. We'll be breaking down chart on the exact zones where price will close above potential buys or close below for potential sells as well. So looking at the daily candle for Thursday, now the daily has been bullish, tapped into the daily resistance formed on Wednesday, and now price is retracing, and also the daily hasn't formed the bottom wick either. To me, in my opinion, this is basically the daily has just been ranging really, because the way I see it is the daily range within this previous body candle formed on Wednesday. So now we're looking at the weekly. The weekly is retracing. The weekly is retracing from this weekly resistance. So it will be very, very interesting to see how this weekly candle, because personally, I'm anticipating to see this weekly candle closing weak, bullish, or maybe even bearish, forming a resistance with a rejection to the upside. But we're just going to have to wait and see how the Friday daily candle plays out as well. And then obviously the monthly as well. The monthly is just bullish, still respecting the previous monthly high. So now to break down the chart, I'm going back to the daily. So the daily, we have a weak daily support to be formed around 1990, 300. Drop it down to the 4-hour time frame, and what we can see here is we have the most recent 4-hour support formed around 1991 500. The most recent 4-hour resistance formed around 1997 600. Dropping down to the hourly time frame, we have an hourly support around 1990 500, a same level of resistance, because this is a messy range really. Looking at the 5-minute time frame, a same level of support and resistance, we have something that we need to adjust within this level. And then again, the 15-minute time frame, you can clearly see how candles been printing side by side, how they've been closing weak body candles. I mean, to me personally, the Thursday daily candle was just a range. So now to identify the trade zone, and I would say ideally is to look for potential sells. Let's have a look on 4-hour time frame. So potential sells could be below this 4-hour support, below 19. Let's have a look on the hourly. So sells could be below 1987 200, below this 4-hour support. Potential buys, what we could do here is, let's have a look on the hourly. 1997, looking on the at the 5-minute time frame, that's also a range. Potential buys could be above 1997 600, and this is going to be the no trade zone. And I know this is a big range to consider this as a no trade zone, but it's just messy really, because let's say if you were looking to look for sells below this level 1990, the next level we have is this hourly support. That's only 20 pip range. Is not really worth it. So ideally is wait for a strong confirmation. So now to look for potential buys, and going back to the daily, the first thing we can see, actually the weekly, we have a weekly resistance formed around 2006 500. Dropping down to the daily time frame, we have a daily rejection formed from this week. This was from the Wednesday and the Tuesday, and we have a daily resistance on the left. Also, we have this rejection we formed last week. Not last week. That was formed on the 31st of October 2023. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, we have a 4-hour resistance around 2004 300. Looking at the hourly time frame, now we have this range, and this is a really, really messy range. So what we're going to do here is, instead of looking for this target as a 4-hour resistance, we need to pay attention to how these hourly candles been printing side by side. So we can easily see every single time an hourly candle tap into this level, it retraces and close below this hourly resistance, and we haven't got any candles closing above this hourly resistance. So in that case, we're not going to look for the target as a 4-hour resistance. We're going to pay attention to this hourly resistance around 2002 300. So the first target for buys could be 2002 300, targeting this hourly resistance. The second target for buys, going back to the weekly again, weekly resistance at this level. Dropping down to the daily time frame, we have a daily rejection area. Dropping down to the 4-hour, the hourly, we have an hourly resistance around 2005 900. Looking at the 5-minute time frame, we have a 5-minute resistance at this level, and it gets really, really messy, and that's because of how the daily has been forming and how the weekly has been forming as well. Obviously, the weekly is retracing. So I'd say the second target for buys could potentially be 2006 300, targeting this weekly resistance. So now to look for potential sells, and going back to the daily. the first thing we can see is the most recent daily support we have is around 1973.800. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, we have clean traffic on the left, but something what we do have here is we have this previous 4-hour resistance around 1982.100. Dropping down to the hourly time frame, clean traffic on the left. Yes, we do have this hourly support, but this is really not a concern, because if price breaking below this 4-hour support, the next level we could see is this 4-hour resistance, and we could fill this wick. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, the 30-minute again, yes, I mean, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna have the first target for sells at 1982.100, targeting this 4-hour resistance. The second target for sells, we could have it at 1974.200, because that's a daily support, that's a 4-hour support, and that's an hourly support as well. So I'd say the second target for sells could potentially be a 1974.200, targeting the daily support at this level.
Dominion Markets, your trading sanctuary.